It's time for another training update. Hello, and welcome to another video. This week we are tackling my latest training update, and before we head on to check out my training videos, I really would appreciate it if you could help my channel grow and like this video and subscribe to my channel. That would be really great if you enjoy these videos. So before we head in, let's overlay the latest videos from this training cycle. So I'm doing 5-3-1 from Wendler's Boring But Big. I'm just letting the videos run and you can have a look. I had to kind of rearrange my training this month because I was helping out my brother later on in some construction let's call it deconstruction work of a pigsty. That was really tough but fun. But ultimately this led me to cutting out the last heavy training week of this cycle, the heavy singles, because I was just really beat up after 3 days of tearing this house or a couple of walls apart. So yeah, that's pretty much I guess one of the big takeaways from this training update is that you really need to adjust and adapt to your circumstances. Sometimes it's better to take it a bit off script in order to being able to move forward. So what did I do? I just cut out this week completely and went into the deload week, and even there I did less than was planned according to the template, simply because I wasn't able to after these 3 days of manual labor. My hands were really tired, I had no grip strength, even my head was really tired. So I just took it slow, did what I could do. Later on took all the extra help that I could get. I made sure to cut volume, cut weight, started to rely a bit more on my belt, even on elbow sleeves, just because everything was so extremely tired and basically messed up. Took me a whole week to feel somewhat recovered, so that was a good choice. Besides that, the whole deconstruction experience was fun, getting together with my brother, a couple of friends, and working hard and having a couple of jokes here and there. But mainly what was somewhat insightful to me was that all this heavy lifting, all this training, gaining strength and muscle was incredibly helpful in this real life situation. I mean, I'm not a construction worker, not even close, but it was really fun to see that all this work in my home gym and in gyms in general paid off. Also, I have quite a lot of stamina when it comes to all this work. I just was able to pretty much work without many breaks in between bigger sessions. So I pretty much had kind of like 2-3 hour working sessions and then took somewhat of a break and then kept working, basically having 10, 11, 12 hour days, making sure that we get as much done for my brother as we could. But I also realized that when it comes to really push, really train hard, that I have been kind of slacking in my own training. I thought I was training hard, and in terms of intensity, 1RM percentages, I probably am, but I had to realize and came to the conclusion that I can work a lot harder, need to work a lot harder if I want to make more progress, better progress, challenge myself more. So this is a big thing for me, which is, it's good, it helps. Every now and then you need to reflect on these things. So what's happening for the next training cycle? Pretty much I'm going to repeat this cycle that I had, with the main difference that I will adjust the percentages for the volume work. I will go up a little bit, but keep the weight and percentages for the sets of 5, 3 and 1 the same. That's fine with me, kind of repeating this. At the same time, I'm going to start a weight cut as of basically tomorrow, based on this recording, aiming to reduce some body fat and at the same time keeping as much strength as I can. I'm not sure yet how long I will do this cut. It's like this approach, as short as possible, but as long as I need. So I don't have a weight goal. It's more a visual thing. I want to get closer to 10% body fat, which is now, I guess, I'm somewhere around 20% body fat. The cut will be quite severe. I aim to lose 1 kilo a week, so that's around a deficit of 7,000 calories on a weekly basis. That's feasible, that's possible. I did this in the past and it worked. I usually can maintain strength rather well, especially now that I know how much more I actually can push. So that's the big goal for the next 4 to 12 weeks. It's probably somewhere in between in the end, so we'll see. But I'm looking forward to it, mainly because I have never been that big and lean at the same time, so that would be a first. I have been bigger than this in a very distant past, but never really leaned out back then. I was just gaining weight, gaining strength, gaining muscle. So that's definitely going to be a first. I will track everything along the way, and definitely will do a separate weight cut video for you guys. So if you have specific questions until then, make sure to put them in the comments, so I can address them if time comes up. And besides all of that, I'm actually looking forward to this new training block. And now that I'm recovered, looking forward to see how the cut will go, how my hopefully grip strength has increased after this manual labor work, because that was really intense. My forearms were really pumped from all this work. Even 4 or 5 days later after finishing it, I could feel how sore everything was, and how much still blood flow was in there. And that's something completely new. My forearm strength and grip strength is definitely one of my weak points, so addressing this should be a good thing. doing my weight cut, one of the things I intend to do is mainly, besides doing my actual training program, is doing some cardio work on my off days, which will be kind of this home workouts of the days, where I just push my heart rate a bit, because that's something that I'm not that good at, that I kind of neglected. So this kind of sprinting stuff is not my wheelhouse, so I will add it. I will add it because that's going to definitely help. Let's see how this turns out in terms of extra refocus on the things you view your whole training. I saw this video from Omar Isso, and I'm going to just overlay this here because it kind of gives a good spirit.
I would say before this, I thought I was training at a certain intensity. I'd been training lone wolf for such a long period of time, and sometimes you get set in your ways. You think you're getting after it. I think many people can relate to this. You're like, like your legs are shaking after a set of squats. You're bringing the mental focus, but there's levels yet to be unlocked. And this kind of reminds me years ago when I first joined Fortis Fitness. This is in 2012. I've shared this story quite a few times where, I'd train to actual failure, right? Like I would do deadlifts and I would need to rest for 5-10 minutes afterwards because I was grinding out that last rep for 8 or 10 seconds. And I thought I was really training as hard as I could. And then I joined Fortis Fitness. I learned about proper programming, leaving reps in reserve, and a whole bunch of other things.
So this is pretty much what I was telling. Sometimes you need to get a new focus, realize that even though you think you're training hard, you could train harder, and that's what I'm aiming to for the next blocks, just to push myself a bit further, to progress even more, get stronger, get bigger, get better cardio, so getting overall a better fitter person. So that's the video. I hope you like this. Let me know in the comments. Also, again, help me grow. It would be really cool to see you along the way. So subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you have any question, feel free to ask. I'm also reachable pretty much everywhere where you have social media at Tao of Stefan. So until then, hope you liked it. See you next time. Bye.